Let's move on now to some controversy that seems to be dividing the internet. A radio presenter based up in Queensland, Nikki Osborne, allegedly walked into a Qantas club and was instructed by staff to cover her cleavage because it was distracting. Here's how she put it.
I think Sydney Sweeney, if she was flat-chested, would not be copping everything that she's copping right now. If women have cleavage, they are treated not as well. That's my opinion.
And so the incident...
Finally, a cause I can get behind.
The incident that catalysed this was, as I said, she went into a Qantas club. They told her that she had too much cleavage out and she needed to button up her shirt. Now, I personally think it is not your... And look, I'll leave this one for you guys so you don't get any HR complaints after this. But I would say it is... Some people's biology is different. It is hard for women who have large breasts because a lot of the clothes that not like smaller women could wear do look more inappropriate on them. So I'm not saying that this is a universal thing that anyone who shows any cleavage, cover yourself, wear a burqa. No. But she was told to button up. So she had buttons on her shirt that she clearly did not choose to button up. I think as a woman, you generally, or anyone, you know when you put on certain clothing, the kind of message it's going to send. You make a stylistic choice and generally dress according to the image you want to present, the occasion you're going to. And so I think it is perfectly reasonable in a Qantas club, if someone's come in and they got it all showing, no, people don't want to see that, and that is totally okay. Well, maybe you do, but I don't.
Girlfriend.
In the Qantas club, you know, you get ready to take off on holiday. Who cares? Honestly, I just think, who cares? Really? Like, who cares? Nikki Osborne is a good-looking woman and she knows she looks good. You go and look at her social media. She's quite confident in her own body. If she wants to show off a bit of cleavage, who gives a toss?
But the problem is the whinging. What I don't like is the victim mindset afterwards of being like, oh, I'm so oppressed. They objectify me. They only see me for my body. Well, look at what you're wearing. Look at what you're posting on social media. It's all a signalling mechanism. If you don't want people to talk about your body or look at your body, well, don't have it out and flaunt it.
Can I say, as probably the only member of the panel who is also objectified because of their incredible good looks. My eyes are up here, by the way. I think this is...
You haven't seen the letters.
I must admit, I hadn't heard the "I'm oppressed because my boobs are too big." I haven't heard that particular line of identity politics. But again, if there was any line of identity politics I was going to get behind, it would be that one. I think once you go down this road, in all seriousness, aren't we getting towards the kind of uncovered meat kind of line of thinking where you have, you know, famously there was a sheikh who said that, you know, if women, you know, go out in bikinis or whatever, or they're showing too much flesh, they're basically kind of nudge, nudge, wink, wink, asking for it. Or they have to cover up because it's, you know, too distracting because, of course, men are incapable of not looking at a woman's cleavage. Which is true, but still, isn't that something that the men should be trying to...
If you're showing it off, it's because you don't mind it being looked at.
Exactly.
So why is it...
So where is the problem?
Why is it the business of Qantas to be saying, no, you can't do that coming in here? I mean,
shouldn't Qantas be busy?
It's Qantas club.
Qantas should be busy, you know...
It's not the Australian club.
That's right. And Qantas should be focused on its core business of selling passengers plane tickets for flights that don't exist.
Yeah, correct. I just, you know, like, can we just move on with the world? If this is the biggest problem that Qantas has to deal with right now, and it's not, I can tell you, seriously, is anyone offended by a little bit of cleavage? I don't think so. If you're distracted
Freya is.
That's your...
Shake Freya.
I just think if you're going to wear something that puts it all out there, you don't have any right to get on radio afterwards and complain about how you're treated differently.
But she's not upset that people were looking at her or whatever. She was upset that she was told she couldn't dress the way she wanted to.
Yeah, well, that's their right as a business. Caleb, you always talk about how businesses should have a right to turn people away.
They do have a right.
This is the equivalent for women.
Of course, they have legally they have the right to, and I will fight to the death their right to be able to do it. I'm just saying, if that is the way Qantas wants to conduct its business, I think they've got some bigger problems to deal with.
They want to maintain decorum in the lounge, God forbid.
I say, bring back the burqa. Bring back the burqa. We wouldn't have this problem.
Yeah, exactly.
We wouldn't even know whether they were women or not.
That's
bring back the
why
burqa
I've
for
been
everybody.
mostly flying with Virgin for
The great equaliser.
now, because I don't walk into the Virgin lounge and get told how to dress.